Happy holidays, hockey fans. Good evening and welcome to the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena for this evening's girls varsity hockey game between the Cloquet, Esko, Carlton Lumberjacks and your Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. And now let's meet our starting lineups. First for the Lumberjacks, starting at goal, junior goaltender number 1, Elise Lund. Starting at right defense, 8th grade defense, number 13, Tenley Stewart. Starting at left defense, sophomore defense, number 15, Emmy Elena. Starting at right wing tonight, sophomore winger, number 8, Dia De Leon. Starting at left wing, sophomore winger, number 21, Kiana Bender. And starting at center, sophomore center, number 5, Taylor Nelson. And the remainder of the Lumberjacks, head coach by Courtney Nolan, assisted by Courtney Josephson, Kay Vesey, and Scott Armstead. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Starting at goal tonight, junior goaltender number 33, Abby Ekstrom. At right defense tonight, senior defense, number 26, Lillian Rue. At left defense, freshman defense, number 6, Maddie Reworth. Starting at right wing, sophomore winger, number 20, Allie Buzzy. At left wing tonight, freshman winger, number 22, Dorothy Carney. And starting in center tonight, sophomore center, number 18, Emma Lundell. And the remainder of your Blue Jackets, head coach by Emily Erickson, assisted by Eric Rewerts and Pete Pegduke.
And we're about ready to get this one underway from the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Number 12th ranked Hibbing Chisholm against number 13th ranked Cloquet Esko Carlton. Not a whole lot going on in girls hockey tonight. North Shore's at Superior, that's about it. Boys hockey, Duluth East is at Bemidji. Denfeld's at Cloquet Esko Carlton. Ashland makes a trip to North Shore. Girls are in basketball action tonight at home against North Branch. The boys are next in a conquest coming up Saturday afternoon at home against Minneapolis Roosevelt. That would be in boys basketball. Both teams huddle around their respective goaltenders. Blue Jackets in their home white uniforms, trimmed in navy blue helmets, navy blue bracer. Meanwhile, the Lumberjacks are in their purple bracer, trimmed in gold and white. Purple jerseys, the same, and the white helmets. Doug Dietrich here, glad to have you along on our Thursday evening. Blue Jackets have outscored their opponents 9-6 in the first period. Cloquet's been outscored 8-5. And we're about ready to get this one underway, and the faceoff's going to be controlled by the Lumberjacks. Going to slide all the way into Lund, who hands it off. They'll work it over to Bender near the right wing half wall. Bender banked off the left wing half wall, works it around now to De Leon. And the Blue Jackets send it deep. In behind the net with the puck is Elena. Elena's going to send it over to the far right corner. Stewart's going to pick it up near the half wall. Stewart banked off the left wing boards out to center. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson backhands it into the Blue Jacket zone. Line change Lumberjack. Just underway here, period 1. In the JV game, the Blue Jackets got the victory by a score of 3-1. From the right corner, Rewerts to Rue. Rue battling along the end wall. It's fired around by Jones, the 8th grader. Flipped out to center by Julia Girardi. She'll push it down into the Cloquet zone. Line change coming up for the Blue Jackets. 1 minute into it. One shot on goal for the Blue Jackets, none for Cloquet. Play continues in the Lumberjack zone. In behind the net with the puck is Zabetsky. Poked out to center, unable to get to it was Martin for the Lumberjacks. Backpedaling in front of her own net is Zadebski. Throws it out to center and quickly Flatten just sends it right back deep into the Lumberjack zone. 15:35 to go first period, no score. Circling in the left corner and being harassed by Carney is the junior Keegan Anderson. Now a breakout pass on the left wing to Adkins. Here's Adkins, the center. She'll dump it in. Line change coming up for the Lumberjacks. Back to pick it up, Courtney Anderson works it along the near wall. Unable to get to it was Kearney. Shot put on from the right point by Stewart. And that sails just wide of it. Nope, they're going to actually credit a shot on goal. I didn't think Edstrom got a piece of the stick on it, and she did. Plays into the Blue Jacket right corner. Bender sends it back out to the blue line. There's another wrist shot and a big left-hand save. This time, the 8th grader Tenley Stewart got it on track. In behind the net is Nelson. Nelson, bottom in the left circle. Tries a centering pass, deflected in behind the net. Loose puck grabbed by Bender, sends it out to the left point. One-timer is whipped on, and Kearney couldn't collect with Buzzley, and it's going to be an icing coming up on the Blue Jackets. 14:36 to go first period. No score. Shots even at 1 between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Face off to the right of Edstrom. Girardi on the draw. The draw is won by Jones. Comes to the left point. Shot blocked in front by Rue. Rue grabs the loose puck. Battles along the end wall and behind the net with Martin. Here's Julia Girardi breaking out the left wing. She'll stick handle the blue line. Centering pass is knocked away by Anderson into the left corner. Girardi back out to the left point, sets it up for Rue. Back to Maria Girardi down near the left corner. She's at the left circle, back out to Rue at the left point. Rue sends it deep into the left corner with its Haben. Haben's going to cycle it back for Maria Girardi. Girardi battles with Anderson along the end wall. Girardi goes down to her knees, tried to get it to Julia Girardi, and it's cleared away. Loose puck picked up far boards by Cloquet. Out to center with the puck is Zabetsky. She'll fire it in, and the Lumberjacks finish up their line change. 13:34 to go in our first period. No score. Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. At the right wing half wall, it's Nelson, now out near the blue line. Nelson tried to set it up for Stewart, sends it down deep. Bender, a centering pass in front, puck loose, Rue battles, and it's going to be cleared momentarily by Lundell. Lundell comes away with it, long breakout pass to Kearney. Kearney's across on the right wing, cuts in behind the D, puts the backhand on, and it sails through the blue paint to the left wing half wall. Quickly the other way, it's Nelson. Nelson, high slot, whipped on the pass. Loose puck's going to be grabbed by DeLeon. Bender, a one-timer left circle shot, sails wide into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Courtney Anderson quickly out to center, and it's going to be dumped in on net from center ice by Stewart. And just reaching down to freeze that, Abby Edstrom said, no, I'll just hold on to this. 12:46 to go. First period, no score between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet. Esko Carlton, shots on goal, favor the Lumberjacks 4-1. Face off, kind of just tied up. Now the Blue Jackets come away with it. Julia Girardi stick handles the center. She's across on the left side. Down in the left corner, looking for help. Centering pass out front, no one home. And here come the Lumberjacks the other way. It's Zadevsky. Pushes it to the Blue Jacket blue line. Loose puck's gathered in by Adkins. They tried to work it over to Bender, and it's pushed into the Blue Jacket zone. It was actually Petal. And the Blue Jackets will send it back down. On net, Lund kicks it in the left corner. 12:14 to go, first period, no score. Haben tied up in the left corner of the Lumberjack zone. Now coming to help out, it's Lundell. Cleared around to the far right corner by Nelson. Bender had it taken away by Kearney. Comes out near the blue line, unable to hold the zone, and carried in offside was the Blue Jackets' Maddie Rewer. 11:56 to go, period 1, no score. Lundell take the draw with Nelson. And the Blue Jackets control the puck, rolls all the way back to their own blue line. Rue banks it off the wall to Kearney. Rue has it again, sends it down in the Lumberjack zone, but this is enough for an icing, and it is. Nope, they're going to wash it. Bender over near the right wing half wall in the Lumberjack zone. Now Nelson with the puck. Nelson had a poked off her stick by Lundell, carried in behind the net by Anderson. Worked over into the right corner to Elena. Now Bender at the right wing half wall. Back to Elena. Elena sends it around to the near wall. Play continues in the Lumberjack zone. Carried out to center by Nelson. Denied entry at the Blue Jacket blue line. Loose puck. Gathered in by Lundell at her own blue line and backhanded down the ice for an icing. 11:04 to go here in period number 1. No score. Shots 4-2 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Girardi on the draw with Jones to the left, Adstrom. Blue Jackets control it. Anderson in behind the Blue Jacket net. Works it up to Haben. Couldn't quite get it. And falling down at the left point was Zadebski. So back to pick it up in her own zone is Anderson for the Lumberjacks. Headman pass to Martin. Martin stick handles the center. She's across the Blue Jacket blue line. Shot put on from the top of the right circle. Kind of popped out of Edstrom's glove, but no damage done there. Deflected in front, goes just wide. Into the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone. A little bit of pressure being employed now by the Lumberjacks. At the half wall on the left side. Gathered in near the left circle. Turned over. High slot. Wrist shots blocked. Loose puck. Shot and a save. Somehow, some way, Dana Jones had some open space and shot it right into Edstrom, who made the save as that puck was turned over down low. Shots now 6-2 in favor of the Lumberjacks. 10:18 to go, first period, no score. Face off to the left, Adstrom. Shot sails wide as Bender goes down. Nelson with the puck, left wing half wall, tied up by Buzzy. Buzzy banked it off the right wing boards. It's in a foot race, and getting there first is going to be Stewart. Now at the right wing half wall, Lundell with the puck. Lundell avoids one check. Into the left circle, Lundell with it. Gets it out to Rewerts. Rewerts top of the left circle. Wrist shot. That's deflected over the top of the net. Loose puck gathered in by Elena. Turns it over again in front of the net. Now they'll work it out. That hit the skate of Nelson. Elena flips it to the Blue Jacket blue line. And coming away with it now is Maria Girardi. Here's Girardi across the blue line. Her shot's blocked. And then with the stick, Lund sends it into the right corner of the Lumberjack zone. 9:25 to go, first period. Still no score. Hibbing, Chisholm, Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Haben sends it around in behind the net to Girardi. Back out to the left point. Slap shot, Rue. It's blocked. Then she got it back and tried to send the pass off, and Nelson comes away with it for the Lumberjacks. And carried in offside by Peddle. 9:03 to go, first period. Pretty fast period. No score. Shots 6-2 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Again, the Blue Jackets looking for their first victory over the Lumberjacks since 2014. Buzzy's shot sails wide. Cleared down the ice by the Lumberjacks. This should be an icing, and it is. With 8:50 to go in our first period, still no score. Lundell on the draw with Jones to the left of Lund. Tied up in the circle. Trying to get to it was Carney. Lundell with it, high slot. Backhand sails wide as she goes down. Loose puck gathered in by Anderson. Sends it around to the left wing half wall. Kept alive at the left point momentarily by Rewerts. Now out to center, it's Lorenz. Here's Lorenz across on the left wing. Her shot sails wide on a wrister. Line change, Lumberjacks. Out to center is Lundell. She'll bank it off the left wing wall. Down in the Lumberjack left corner. Line change, Blue Jackets. 8:15 to go. First period, no score. Nice back check by Buzzy to take it away. Gets it over to Julia Girardi, who's across on the left wing. Taken away at the left wing half wall. Puck loose. Now it's going to be pushed out. No, nice pick there by Haben to take it away and keep it alive in the offensive zone. She'll just send it deep. At the half wall on the right side, it's Atkins. Atkins tied up by Haben. Blue Jackets keep it alive at the right point momentarily. With the puck is Platten. Platten's wrist shot right on. Knocked down with the glove and frozen by Alyssa Lund. .7:39 to go. Here in our first period, no score. Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton face off to the left to Lund once again. Tied up. And the loose puck gathered in now by Bender. Her pass is intercepted by Carney. Carney sends it deep into the left corner. Back to pick it up is Nelson, who's tied up in the left corner by Buzzy. They'll work it around to the right wing half wall. Loose puck, grabbed by Anderson. Keegan Anderson sends it around to the left wing half wall, trying to set it up to DeLeon, and it's deflected up and out of play.
Hockey fans, make sure to sign up for the Subway Shootout that will be taking place at the end of the first period. You can sign up right now at the front of the arena at the Chuck the Puck table.
Face off just outside the defensive zone of the Lumberjacks. Girardi will take the draw with Nelson. Blue Jackets come away with the puck. Back to get it is Anderson. Anderson tried to work it up to Maria Girardi. Couldn't quite control it. Banked off the left wing boards. Back down in the Blue Jacket zone. Rue's got to pick it up. Tied up in the left corner by Bender. Now Nelson had it taken away by Maria Girardi. Left wing pass is knocked down at center ice, and it's going to be brought back in. Shots blocked as DeLeon tried to pull the trigger on a wrister. Knocked into the left corner of the Blue Jackets zone. Now it's going to be picked up by Cloquet, sent around. And out to center with it is Julia Girardi. Coming to help out Sanderson. And banked off the right wing boards by Elena. Back into the Blue Jacket left corner. Rue is there, battling with Lorenz. Coming in to help out Lundell. Lundell from behind the Blue Jacket net. Try to get it to Julia Girardi. Out to Elena at the right point. Her shot sails wide. Loose puck, left circle. Blue Jackets come away with it. Long pass to center, doesn't connect. Off the stick of Rue. Dump back into the Blue Jacket zone, enough for an icing, and with 5:51 to go in our first period, still no score. Shots on goal, 6-3, favor Cloquet. Doug Dietrich here, glad to have you along on a Thursday evening. Boys up in Falls tomorrow night. We'll have a 7:10 pregame, followed by a 7:30 drop of the puck. Face off to the left of Lund. Knocked down left circle, shot put on by Buzzy, and a nice save by Lund. Down in the left corner of the Lumberjacks zone, Zebdebski works it up on the near wall. Knocked out to center, reverse backhand to right back in. Lundell takes it away out near the left point. She'll send it deep into the left corner. Keegan Anderson picks it up for the Lumberjacks, carries it in behind the net, works it up on the far side out to center ice, and it's deflected up and out of play after Flatten took a whack at it. Jumps up and rolls into the Cloquet bench. 5:18 to go. First period, no score. Face off this time controlled by the Lumberjacks. Knocked down by Maria Girardi, pouncing puck in the high slot, cleared away. DeLeon off the glass on the right wing, and it's going to be picked up by Nelson, right circle. Nelson centering pass, and what a beautiful defensive play by Rue. Just laid out and blocked that pass. Out near the left point, shots knocked down and blocked. Haben got a piece of it. Now a shot sails wide of the net. DeLeon, right corner, back to the right point, wrist shot. Blocked in front by Rewerts. Loose puck gathered in by Maria Girardi. Here's Girardi. To Julia Girardi. Can't clear. Knocked down right wing half wall. Maria Girardi tried to clear. Again, it's kept in at the right point by Stewart momentarily. Then she's removed from the play by Julia Girardi. Girardi to Rewerts. Back to Julia Girardi. Loose puck gathered in by Haben. Haben banked off the right wing wall. Line change Blue Jackets with 4:10 to go period one. Out to center. Loose puck's grabbed by Rue. Rue carries it in on the left wing. Rue still alive. Wrist shot knocked down by the goaltender Lund. And it's going to be cleared and out all the way to the Blue Jacket blue line by the Lumberjacks. Backhanded pass to Rue, banked off the left wing wall, tried to work it up to Mattinen. Mattinen battles right wing half wall, Blue Jacket zone. In a battle with Cloquet. Here's Cloquet, right circle, bottom of it. Her shot deflected in behind the net to the left wing corner. Loose puck's gathered in by Dury, who sends it out to center. 3:30 to go in our first period. That one's deflected up into the Hibbing bench. 3:28 now officially to go in the period. No score, Hibbing, Chisholm, and Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Doug Dietrich here, glad to have you along. Face-off will be at center ice, and it's Lundell and Nelson on the draw. Still tied up in the circle, and finally Buzzy comes away with it offside. Carried it in. One kind of got tangled up behind her. 3:21 left in period number one. Fast-moving period. No penalties have been called. Loose puck gathered in. And carrying it in was Bender. Left it in the left circle. A shot put on by Nelson and a save by Edstrom. Cleared down the ice by the Blue Jackets. Icing coming up with 3:05 to go in our first period. Still no score between 12th ranked Hibbing Chisholm and 13th ranked Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Coming up in between periods, we'll review what stats we have from our first period. Also take a look at how the section stacks up at the moment as the latest QRFs have been released. Right off the face-off, shot put on, saved by Edstrom. She'll freeze it. We'll do another one to her right. 3:01 to go, first period. Tied up in the circle. And the Blue Jackets come away with it. Lundell tried to work it ahead to Buzzy. That's going to be flipped right back into the Blue Jacket zone by Zadebski. Right corner. Rewards to Kearney. Kearney couldn't connect with Buzzy or Lundell. Now it's at the left wing half wall. Lundell has it, gets it to Buzzy. Here's Buzzy. Flips it to the Cloquet blue line. Line change Blue Jacket. Loose puck, Jones. Jones, the 8th grader, pushes it down into the Blue Jacket zone, and the Blue Jackets clear it right back out to center. Martin, the lone senior on this squad, turns it over at center. Kearney puts it in on net. Lund directs it into the right corner of the Lumberjack zone with 2:12 to go. In the left corner, Maria Girardi. Out to Rue, slap shot, left point, save, puck loose. Oh, and trying to get a piece of it was Maria Girardi. She may have, but it went just by the goaltender and the net. Left corner, Maria Girardi battles a couple of Lumberjacks with 1:50 to go, and the Lumberjacks unable to clear. Kept alive at the left point by Rue. Julia Girardi's there as well, and then it's finally taken away and cleared out the center by Jones. Intercepted at center, brought in by Carlson. Carlson in the left corner of the Lumberjack zone, tried to work it back to the left point, and back out the center is DeLeon. Tried to get a headman pass to Nelson, that didn't connect. Courtney Anderson flips it around to Mattinen. Tipped away, but not out. Dumped back into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone with 1:15 to go in the period. No score, Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Carrying it down on the left wing is Mattinen. Knocked off her stick by Anderson as the Blue Jackets were doing a line change. Thrown in the center, Reward sends it back deep. We're under a minute to go here in period number one. In behind the net is Anderson for the Lumberjacks. She'll circle, poked away. Now comes the Bender at the right wing half wall. She misses it, flat and right point. Her shot's blocked. Trying to get a piece of it on the backhand was Kearney. Kearney gets it all the way back out to Rewards, and Platten couldn't hold the zone. She'll send it back in, and now coming back the other way is Petal, and Petal's cut off at the right circle in the Blue Jacket zone. Thought maybe she might have had a step on it with 25 seconds to go. Pushed into the Blue Jacket zone by Cloquet and knocked right back out by the Blue Jackets. Sent deep with 16 seconds to go in behind the Blue Jacket net. Rewerts with the puck to Kearney on the left wing. Tipped out the center by Buzzy. The pass didn't connect, and then sent back into the Blue Jacket zone by Stewart, the 8th grader. And in the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone, Martin, the lone senior, battles for the puck, and that'll be it for period number 1. So overall, not a bad period for either squad. Not a lot of shots, 7-6 in favor of Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. But where it matters is on the scoreboard, and after one period of play here from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena, our score. It is Hibbing Chisholm nothing, Cloquet, Esko, Carlton nothing. First intermission's on the way. You're listening to Blue Jacket Hockey on KQ North 106.3 WMF.
Subway sandwich, but they have a chance to win a huge Subway platter today. Object of the game is they will shoot one puck from the blue line closest to the net. If they put it into the net, they move back to the center line and they shoot again. If they put it in the net, then they go back to the farthest blue line, shoot again. If they put it in, they go back to the goal line and shoot at the full length of the ice. And if they put it in the net with the full length of ice, they win a Subway platter. Here's our contestants. We have Lily Ritzers in the green and Allie Jones in the blue. Put it right in the middle of the blue line in front of the net. There you go. Lily wins a certificate for a 6-inch sandwich. But we have Allie on center ice, and she's going to try and put it in from there. She's still going for that Subway platter. Allie's got a great shot. Now she moves back to the blue line. She's going for that Subway platter today. Let's have an extra round for both Allie and Lily here today. Both girls win a certificate for a 6-inch Subway sub. Congratulations and thanks for participating, girls.
Basically, pretty much it for the most part as far as what's been going on in this hockey game. Kind of fast-paced, no penalties. Overall, I thought both teams played well. And of course, you know, these two teams have had some serious battles. In fact, last year we lost 2-1. And it's usually in these games never more than just a couple of goals that separate these two. Again, Cloquet riding a 4-game winning streak. Coming into this contest, the last win by the Blue Jackets was back on January 13th of 2014, where they got the win by a score of 5-1. All right, let's take a quick look and see how everything matches out in Section 7A. Duluth Marshall sitting on top with a QRF of 47.3. They have yet to play a section game, and they're 3-3-0 overall. In second place is Proctor Hermantown with a QRF of 39.3. They're 1-0 in the section, 2-3 overall. In third place is Cloquet, Esko, Carlton with a QRF of 33.5. They're 1-0-1 in the section, and overall 3-3-1. In fourth at the moment are the Blue Jackets. Their QRF is 33.3. We're 3-1-1 in the section and 5-4-1 overall. In fifth is International Falls at 29.3 QRF. They're 1-0-1 in the section, 2-2-1 overall. In sixth is Moose Lake at 26.1. They are 2-0-1 in the section, 4-2-1 overall. Seventh place, Evelyn Gilbert. Their QRF is 20.1. They're 1-3 in the section, 2-5 overall. And then coming up in the eighth spot is North Shore with a QRF of 6.0. They're 0-5 in the section and 0-7 overall, looking for their first victory of the year, and maybe they'll pick it up here tonight in Superior. Only local boys hockey games going on. It's Duluth east of Bemidji, Denfeld's at Cloquet, Esko, Carlton, and Ashland is at North Shore. And so far, none of them scores are being reported at MN Hockey Hub. Not a whole lot of scores going on as we speak. Got Hill-Murray and Simley knotted up at 0 after almost one period of play at Aldrich Arena. Minnetonka on top of St. Louis Park 2-0 with 9:56 left to go in the first. And Osseo on top of Anoka early on in the first period by a score of 3-1. That's pretty much it as far as scores being reported at the moment. That Duluth East Bemidji game got underway at 7. Denfeld and Cloquet got underway at 7 as well. And the game down in North Shore, which is actually in Silver Bay, that was a 7 o'clock start as well. Blue Jacket boys back in action tomorrow night. They'll take on International Falls, a week off after beating the Chanhassen squad here last weekend. And see how the boys look as they'll take on International Falls and then head to Rosa for a Saturday afternoon game. It's their first extended road trip, I guess you could call it, of the young season. Meanwhile, hard to believe this is for the girls. This is game number 11. Isn't that crazy? We haven't even hit Christmas yet. We're at game number 11. Let's take another quick break. We'll come back with second period action. After one period of play, we're all knotted at 0. It's 12th ranked Hibbing Chisholm and 13th ranked Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Second period action's coming up. You're listening to Blue Jacket Hockey on 106.3 WMFG.
On 106.3 WMFG.
And welcome back, everyone. Blue Jackets about ready to hit the ice, and the referees are on. We expect the Lumberjacks to pop up here at any moment as well, and we'll get our second period underway. Doug Dietrich here. Glad to have you along on this Thursday evening. Here come the Lumberjacks. They'll be moving right to left this time. No score after one period of play. Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. And here come the Blue Jackets out on the ice. Shots on goal favor Cloquet 7-6. In the second period this year, the Blue Jackets have been outscored 10-7. Meanwhile, Cloquet has outscored their opponents by a mark of 8-7. Both teams around their respective benches. And here we go, starting five out there for Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. At center, Nelson on the wings, DeLeon and Bender. Back on D, Elena and Stewart. For the Blue Jackets, they'll counter with Emma Lundell centering Buzzy and Carney with Rue and Rewerts back on D. Second period action's underway. Face-off control by the Lumberjacks. Knocked away at center by Carney. Carney to the left circle. Carney gets a shot off, sails through the crease. Rue with the puck in the right circle. Her backhands off the skate of somebody and goes near the left corner. Shot blocked and cleared but not out. But then Rewerts flipped it up and it hit in the bench area of the Blue Jackets. So a face-off outside the defensive zone of the Lumberjacks. Just underway, period 2, no score. Lundell on the draw with Nelson. Bender with it, pushes it to the Blue Jacket blue line. It's Rue, banked off the right wing wall. Flip back to the Blue Jacket blue line, now down in the left corner. Matty Rewerts gives chase. Bender couldn't get to it. Rewerts, left wing pass. Turned over in the right circle by Carney. Bender, a high slot shot, save, and diving out to her left and freezing it was the goaltender Edstrom. Face-off coming up to the left of Edstrom. Both teams switching up their lines. Girardi on the draw now with Jones. Shot put right on from the right circle off the face-off, and a nice save by Edstrom in the left corner of the Blue Jackets zone. Worked around to Julia Girardi at the half wall on the right side. Kept alive at the right point by Lorenz. Left wing half wall, Haven. Haven overskates it's got to go back for it. Haven had it poked off her stick at the left point with the puck is DeLeon. Rue out to Haven. Tipped down into the Lumberjack zone, picked up in the right corner by Zadebski. Works it over to the left wing half wall. Nelson has it off the pass of DeLeon. Here's Nelson. Nelson to the Blue Jacket blue line. Nelson. Her shot's blocked by Rue. In behind the Blue Jacket net, Rue recovers. Rue working along the near wall. Kept alive at the left point, thrown towards the center of the ice. Ooh, and there's a nice wrist shot by Bender, top of the left circle. Centered out front, no one home, intercepted by Lundell. Here's Lundell for the Blue Jackets to center. Poked off her stick and then sent deep by Haven. Line change Blue Jackets. In behind the Lumberjack net is Elena. Into the right corner for Bender. And Buzzy comes away with it. Buzzy works it over to Girardi. High slot area. Shot sails just wide off the stick of Carney. Here's Carney at the right wing half wall. Carney sends it towards the center of the ice. Buzzy couldn't get a piece of it. That puck was bouncing. Cleared to the Blue Jacket blue line by Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Anderson with it. Cross ice to Flatten. Right on the tape to Girardi. Here's Maria. Maria across the blue line to Buzzy. Buzzy's shot's deflected in behind the Lumberjack net. Julia Girardi, left wing half wall to Maria Girardi. Maria sets it up. Oh, it was a nice play set up for Haven and poked away at the last minute. And I think it was Petal who got a piece of it for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks from their own zone, trying to work it out, intercepted out near the right point by Lundell. Her centering pass is knocked down, intercepted by Elena. Elena into the Blue Jacket zone by banking it off the left wing wall. Down along the end boards, trying to dig it loose are a couple Lumberjacks along with Lundell, and also tied up along the wall, and Lundell comes away with it. Nice play by Rue. At the right wing half wall in the Blue Jacket zone, turned over right circle. Couldn't get much of a shot off, was Cloquet. Carney with the puck. Carney's going to stick handle. Her pass too far in front of Haven. Line change Blue Jackets. Meanwhile, it's thrown out to center, and then it's intercepted by Rue, who is knocked down offside. 13:24 to go, period 2. No score. Hibbing Chisholm, currently ranked 12th in Class A. Against Cloquet, Esko, Carlton, currently ranked 13th. Cloquet dropped down to single A this year. In fact, their junior varsity is basically last year's UB12 team. That's how young this hockey squad is. Okay, a long pass to center, off the stick of Nelson to Bender. Bender brings it across on the left wing, had it knocked away, unable to clear DeLeon, and it just takes a weird kind of deflection in on Edstrom, who had to go cut back to her left as she was coming to the right, and just able to get a piece of it to freeze it. 12:57 to go, period number 2, no score. Shots on goal, 11-6 in favor of Cloquet. 4-0 Cloquet in shots in this second period. Anderson Tipped out to center. And pushed right back into the Blue Jacket zone by Martin. But coming back the other way is Rewerts. Her shot from out near the blue line. Easy save by Lund. Right corner of the Lumberjack zone. Comes out near the right point. Anderson has it. Sends it deep along the wall. Buzzy trying to dig it out. Lundell's there as well. Down near the right corner and coming away with the puck is Dana Jones. Jones will send it around to the left wing half wall. Carney cuts off Martin. Carney in behind the Lumberjack net, centering. Hits the back of the net. Puck's loose, right circle. It's gathered in by Jones. Jones' centering pass is deflected straight up in the air by Maria Girardi. There's Girardi, it's in her skates. Jones brings it across. Wrist shot's blocked by Anderson. Anderson back to pick it up. Nope. Rue will have it. Rue works it up to Buzzy along the near wall. Backhands it all the way down the ice for an icing with 11:50 to go. Here in period number 2, no score. Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Face off to the right of Edstrom. Maria Girardi on the draw with Cloquet, controlled by the Blue Jackets. Rue, left wing pass to Julia Girardi. She'll throw it out to center. Banked off the wall, right back into the Blue Jacket zone. Flatten with it. Flatten, try to get it to Maria Girardi. Haben's there, left wing half wall, Blue Jacket zone. Haben picks up the puck. She'll carry it in behind the Blue Jacket net. Here's Haben. Haben gets it up to Maria Girardi on the right wing, and Maria sends it deep into the left corner. Julia Girardi will battle with Anderson for the puck. Play continues in the Lumberjack zone. Coming away with it, Lorenz. Actually, that's not Lorenz, that was Cloquet. Flatten keeps it alive. Left point sends it deep as the Blue Jackets do a line change. At the half wall is Atkins on the right wing. Her pass gets it to Nelson. Poked off Nelson's stick. Nicely done for the Blue Jackets by Lundell. Poked it right off the stick of Nelson and it went right in on net to the goaltender Lund, the junior. 10:53 to go. Period number 2. Still no score in this contest. Face-off comes out near the right point. Rue sends it deep. Rue battles with Bender. And now the Blue Jackets gather it in. Reworks turns it over. Nelson brings it across. Nelson right circle. Spins at the half wall out to the right point. Back to the half wall. Back out to the right point. Shot sails wide off the wrister of Stewart. At the left wing half wall. Bender gets it to the left point. That slap shot by Elena sails over the net. Reworks picks it up. Sends it over to Rue near the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Tried to work it up to Buzzy. Buzzy tried to flip it to center. Kept alive by Elena at the left point momentarily. And now it's all the way back to the Cloquet blue line. Bender with the puck. Had it knocked off her stick into the left corner. Stewart back to pick it up. Sends it around to the right corner to Elena. Intercepted by Maria Girardi. She'll send it deep. She'll pick it up into the right corner of the Lumberjacks' own centering pass. Trying to hit Haben in front. Didn't connect. Anderson pinching way down on the left side to send it in behind the net to Maria Girardi. Into the right corner with 9:40 to go. Second period, no score. Cleared down the ice by Bender. Icing coming up on Cloquet. Got 9:34 to go, period 2. No score yet. Shots on goal, 11-8. Now in favor of the Lumberjacks. Cloquet out shooting the Blue Jackets 4-2 here in the second period. The way this game is going, I think shots are going to be at a premium. Kept alive at the left point by Rule. Back to pick it up. Mattinen sends it deep. Carlson gives chase. Comes around to the right wing half wall. Kept alive right point. Wrist shot from Anderson's block. Puck sent deep by Mattinen. Gathered in Anderson behind the Lumberjack net. Left wing pass to Lorenz. Can't clear it. Courtney Anderson sends it deep once again. Into the left corner. Keegan Anderson sends it down the ice. We got an icing coming up, and we do. 8:57 to go. Second period here from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. Still no score between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Doug Dietrich here. Glad to have you along on our Thursday evening. Not so windy, so not so bad tonight. Last couple days, boy, that wind has been something else. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Lund. Sent deep by Rewerts. Nelson picks it up, works it over on the left corner, now to Elena. DeLeon tied up at the left wing half wall. Rewerts battles for that puck. Carlton overskated it, and Rewerts still battling with DeLeon. Now cleared around by Elena to the right wing half wall. Bender with the puck. Here's Bender at center, banked off the left wing wall, tried to get it to Nelson. Pushed down in the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Centering pass. Bender right out in front. DeLeon can't get it. It's in her skates. She'll send it deep. Into the left corner. Flatten takes it away. Sends it over to the right corner, to the right wing half wall. Bender with the puck. Knocked off her stick. Buzzy with it at center. Here's Buzzy. Pushed down into the left corner of the Lumberjacks zone. Line change Blue Jackets with 7:55 to go in period 2. Bender to center. She'll backhand it down in. Line change coming up for Cloquet. At the half wall, it's Haven. Threw it out to center. Intercepted by Adkins. Adkins hands it off to Petal. Petal pushes it in behind the Blue Jacket net. Girardi into the right corner now for Anderson. Anderson to the Blue Jackets. Gets it out to center to Julia Girardi. In the skates of Haven. Julia Girardi brings it across. Gets her shot off. Save Lund. Puck loose. Lund clears it into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Play continues in the Lumberjack zone. And now it's cleared out to center. Back to pick it up is Haven. Haven's pass. Knocked down. Loose puck. Backhand block. Cloquet couldn't get much on it. And back comes Haven. To Carlson. Carlson across. Carlson sets it up. Intercepted. It's now Lorenz who gets it up to the left circle to Dana Jones, the 8th grader, who puts a wrist shot right in the chest of Edstrom, and she'll hold on. 6:47 to go here in period number 2. No score. Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Face off to the right of Edstrom. Puck's controlled by the Blue Jackets. Rue carries it in behind her own net. Rue tried to work it up. Now the loose puck's gathered in and carried in offside. Unable to connect was Lundell to Buzzy. 6:35 to go. No score. Shots 12-9 in favor of the Lumberjacks. It's Nelson, Lundell on the draw. Buzzy carries it across before it's knocked off her stick. Lundell overskates it, kept alive by Rewerts, and now a breakaway. Here comes Nelson the other way. Nelson comes in. Oh, and what a play coming in from behind was Rue to poke her stick right when she was going to pull the trigger, and the only thing in the back of the net was Nelson. And she knocked the net off its mooring, so the faceoff will come out to neutral ice. 6:21 to go, period number 2. Still no score between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. At center ice with the puck, it's DeLeon. Her pass is knocked all the way back into the Lumberjack zone. Elena carries it in behind the net. Sends it around to the half wall on the left side. DeLeon couldn't control it. Nice play by Carney. Carney, centering pass. Tried to work it up to Lundell. She'll send it back to the right point. Too far for Rue to reach, and it's going to all the way into the Blue Jacket zone. So Rue and Bender give chase. Bender gets there first. Centering pass out front. No one's home. Kept alive at the left point, though, at the last moment by Anderson. Anderson throws it towards the net. Glove save. And holding on was the goaltender Edstrom. With 5:41 to go here in period number 2. Still no score in this hockey game. Shots on goal favor Cloquet Esko Carlton 14-9 over Hibbing Chisholm. Face off to the right of Edstrom. Shot sails wide from the top of the left circle by Martin. It's a good thing it sailed wide because I don't think Abby ever saw that. Got a penalty coming up on Cloquet. Girardi, a shot, save, puck loose. Haven takes a shot at it. Puck still loose. Blue Jackets, Haven, wrist shot. That sails wide. Penalty is coming up on a delay call to Cloquet. And we have a high stick. And going off is going to be Martin. So the Blue Jackets go on the power play. This is coming at 11:46. Blue Jackets on the power play this year. 21.4%, 3 for 14. And the penalty kill for Cloquet at 89.5. They've given up 2 power play goals and 19 opportunities. So both teams playing pretty decent here, special teams wise. Here's Rue, sets it up. Maria Girardi comes into the left circle. Cuts in front, can't do it. Nelson comes away with it. Nelson has one of the 2 short-ended goals here for the Lumberjacks this year. Nelson in the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone, gets it to Bender. Bender's, whatever that was, shot or whatever, deflected. Blue Jackets come away with it. Here's Buzzy to center. Buzzy had it poked off her stick. Reworks, gathers it in at the Blue Jacket blue line. Sets it up. There's Lundell. Poked off her stick at the half wall and cleared down the ice by Nelson for the Lumberjacks. Minute 5 to go in the power play for the Blue Jackets. Their first one of the night. First power play for anybody here tonight. And behind the net, Rue, right wing pass, sets it up for Reworks. Works it up now to Carney. Carney carries it deep. Carney in behind the net. Carney with the puck. Carney gives it to Rue. Left wing half wall, Lundell. Back to Rue. Back to the half wall. Jumps over the stick. That was actually Haven. Into the right corner of the Lumberjack zone. Cleared around by Stewart. And poked down the ice by DeLeon. Back to pick it up for the Blue Jackets is Haven at her own blue line. They'll work it over on the left side. It's Rue. Rue across the blue line with 15 seconds to go in that power play. Rue sets it up left point. Buzzy throws it towards the net, sails wide. At the half wall on the right side, it's Carney. Back to the blue line, comes out. Boy, that's going to be it for the power play. It didn't generate much and nothing on that one. Shots 14-11 here with 3:08 to go in period 2. Still no score. Hibbing, Chisholm, and Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. At center, Martin works it over to Nelson. Her shot's blocked by Maria Girardi in behind the net. Martin with the puck. Martin sends it deep. Nelson will go back and pick it up along the end wall into the left corner. Nelson with the puck. Maria Girardi pokes it away. At the left wing half wall. It's sent down deep. Trying to knock it loose was Maria Girardi. And now the Blue Jackets come away with it. And Lundell fires it down the ice for an icing with 2:30 to go in our second period. And still no score in this contest. Have a face-off down here to the right of Edstrom. Face-off controlled by the Lumberjacks. And that one got through traffic, and I'm not sure because there wasn't much on Zadebski's shot from the left point off the face-off. But a nice save by Edstrom. Out to center, Martin, right wing pass to Lorenz. Lorenz can't get by Flatten. Flatten pokes it away. And the Blue Jackets send it back out to center off the stick of Carney. There's Carney at center from her knees, works it over, gets it to her teammate Buzzy. Tried a headman pass, just couldn't connect with Dury. Flatten sends it down the ice for an icing from her own blue line. So with 1:52 to go here in period number 2, we'll have a face-off coming down, it looks like to the right of Edstrom. And again, no score. Face-off controlled by the Blue Jackets momentarily. Maria Girardi battling. Now in the left corner is Rewerts. Rewerts sends it over to Rue in the right corner. They'll work it back around. Haven with the puck. Haven on the tape to Girardi, to Julia Girardi. Julia Girardi, left circle, tries to cut in and can't get much on it. Nice defensive work by Anderson to cut back. That was actually Stewart on D. Here's Haven. Lucky she didn't get called for a hook there. She had to stick up under, looked like the armpit of Elena. But quickly coming back the other way, it's Cloquet. Loses the puck at center. And the Blue Jackets can't do anything with it. They'll have to go back in their own zone to pick it up. Julia Girardi battling at center ice with Stewart. Pushes it down deep with 58 seconds to go in the period.
With the 5 minutes of the second period.
Knocked down at center by Carney. Carney couldn't control it. Comes to Nelson. Had it poked off her stick by Rue. Rue knocks it down into the left corner of the Lumberjacks zone. Nelson comes away with it, almost picked off by Carney on the cross-ice pass. Anderson sends it over to Rue. Rue in behind the net to Anderson in the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone with 30 seconds to go. Tied up at the left wing half wall in the Blue Jacket zone, down to 23 seconds. Anderson comes away with it. Her pass a little too high for Carney at center. Banked off the wall back down in the Blue Jacket zone by Anderson. 10 seconds to go in the period. It'll be picked up by Rue. She'll send it up along the near wall. Puck loose in between the circles. Blue Jackets Anderson clears it away. And with 2 seconds to go, it's brought across and sent deep. And that's it for period 2. And again, we're going to end period 2 like we did period 1. Only this time, it's still 0-0. Shots still coming at a premium. 15 total now for Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Meanwhile, the Blue Jackets have a whopping total of 11. But after 2 periods of play here from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena, our scores: 12th ranked Hibbing Chisholm 0 and 13th ranked Cloquet, Esko, Carlton 0 as well. Second intermission's on the way. You're listening to Blue Jacket Hockey right here on 106.3 WMFG, Hibbing, a service of Midwest Communications. After 2 periods of play from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena, no score between 12th ranked Hibbing Chisholm and 13th ranked Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Only really thing that happened in the period is we actually had a penalty taken, a high sticking penalty to Martin. That came at the 11:46 mark. Blue Jackets really couldn't even get any shots off. And a successful penalty kill for the Lumberjacks. So the Blue Jackets 0 for 1 in the power play in the game. Shots in that second period, 8 for Cloquet for a 2-period total of 15. And 5 for the Blue Jackets for a 2-period total of 11. So saves in that second period. Abby Edstrom had 8 for a 2-period total of 15. And Elisa Lund, the junior goaltender for the Lumberjacks, had 5 for a 2-period total of 11. And that's it. It's 0-0 after 2 periods of play here between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet, Esko, Carlton. Taking a look at some boys' scores, still no scores being reported between Duluth East and Bemidji or Ashland at North Shore. And I'm looking to see if Denfeld at Cloquet, that score is not being reported as well. Some other games going on, though. After 1 period of play, it's Minnetonka all over St. Louis Park, 4-0. Kilmurray and Simley are tied 1 apiece with 6:10 to go in the second. And it's Armstrong Cooper with a 1-0 lead over Maple Grove after 1 period of play. And I don't know if this is accurate or not, but Mankato East and Faribault, it shows a final of 0-0. Rather odd. North Branch, Princeton all tied up halfway through period 2. It's now Shakopee on top of Waconia 3-2. Just underway in the second period. And I'm looking to see if there's any other scores. East Grand Forks and Park Rapids. In East Grand Forks, 0-0 after 1 period of play. We'll see Grand Forks coming up here not too long after Christmas. And it's Matamidi with a 1-0 lead over North St. Paul with 6:54 left to go in the first. So Not a whole lot of local area teams in action in boys hockey or girls hockey for that matter. Again, girls hockey is North Shore at Superior, and the girls basketball teams in action at home tonight against North Branch. The boys will be back in action on Saturday afternoon against Minneapolis Roosevelt, and that'll be at home as well. If I'm not mistaken, that's a 2 p.m. tip-off. But our score after 2 periods is 0-0. It could be our final score the way this is going, as neither team's really generating a lot of shots. Let's take another quick break, come back with third period action. After 2, Hibbing Chisholm nothing, Cloquet Esko Carlton nothing. It's Blue Jacket Hockey on 106.3 WMFG. And the ice has been resurfaced here. Just waiting for both squads to come on up, and we'll get third period action underway. No score between Hibbing Chisholm, who's currently ranked 12th in the latest polls, and ranked 13th right behind him, Cloquet Esko Carlton. Again, taking a look at your top 5 in Class A, it's Warroad in the number 1. 2 at East Grand Forks, followed by Red Wing, Brecken, Delano, Rockford. Those are your top 5 in the latest poll in girls state hockey Class A. Proctor Hermantown checks in at number 10. The Blue Jackets 12. Cloquet Esko Carlton 13, and Duluth Marshall at 18. Blue Jackets in the third period has been pretty kind to them. They've outscored their opponents 14-5. Meanwhile, Cloquet Esko Carlton, they've outscored their opponents 12-10. Both teams have had at least one overtime game. Blue Jackets are 1-0-1 in overtime action. They tied, obviously, up in International Falls on Tuesday, 4-4, but they did get an overtime victory early on in the season down in Orono. And meanwhile, the only overtime game Cloquet has been in was their 1-1 tie with Moose Lake, becoming with a record of 0-1 in overtime. Kind of weird that both teams average over 3 goals a game, and neither one can find the back of the net here at all. Blue Jackets average 3.1 goals a game, giving up 2.1. Meanwhile, Cloquet averaging 3.57 goals a game and giving up 3.57. Referees are out on the ice, and now we're just waiting for the girls to come on out, and we'll get third period action underway. Here come the Blue Jackets now up to the ice, and out they come. Cloquet should be up momentarily. Shots on goal, 15-11 in favor of Cloquet. Again, we're just waiting for the Lumberjacks to come on out of the locker room. And here come the coaches, so the team should be out momentarily. And here they do. They're out, led by junior goalie Elise Lund. See if the Blue Jackets can generate maybe a few more shots in this period. Put the rubber on the net can only mean good things happening eventually, right? The law of averages. Blue Jackets already huddled around their bench. And while the Lumberjacks still warming up, .0-0 after 2, about ready to get third period action underway here from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. And out for the Blue Jackets is going to be Lundell, Buzzy, Carney, Rewerts, Rue. On the other side, Nelson centering DeLeon and Bender, Elena and Stewart back on D. Face off, and we're underway, and it's controlled by no one at the moment. Finally, Bender throws it over to Nelson. Nelson crosses over, gets in, backhand shot, save, and then reaching down into the blue paint to freeze it was Edstrom. Well, face off to right of Edstrom. That could have been dangerous right there, but Heads up play by Abby, and particularly even better to make the save and then freeze it. Face off to her right. Rue tied up with DeLeon. In the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone. At the half wall on the left side, Nelson can't control it. Cleared around into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Rewerts gives chase. Bender there first. Bender sends it deep. Lundell comes away with it. Lundell to Kearney. Right wing half wall. Can't control it. Push back down into the Blue Jacket zone. And work it around to the left side. Blue Jackets still can't clear their own end. Thrown towards the net. Steered away. There's a shot. Hits the side of the net, I believe. Off the stick of Nelson. Out to the left point. Thrown on net. Another save. This time a wrister from Elena. Nelson, centering pass. Tried to set it up for her teammate Martin, unable to do so. And now the Blue Jackets do push it out to neutral ice. It'll trickle back to the Lumberjack blue line. Martin with it at the center ice. Throws it into the Blue Jacket zone. And just reaching down to freeze it after it bounced off the end boards was Edstrom with the glove. 15:41 to go. No score between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Face off to the left of Edstrom. Blue Jackets control the puck. It's Rewerts. Sets it up to Julia Girardi on the left wing. Her pass jumps over the stick of Haben, but goes into the Lumberjack zone. They'll clear to center. Julia Girardi had it rolled off her stick at the blue line. She'll battle at the left wing half wall. Back out to the left point. Shot sails wide from Rewerts. Haben at the half wall on the right side. She'll send it deep into the left corner. Trying to dig a loose was Maria Girardi. Now the battle continues at the left wing half wall as a Girardi setter. Battle for the puck. Courtney Anderson. Her shot got through traffic. And Lund fighting to get over to her left to freeze the puck as Maria Girardi was there battling with Keegan Anderson and others. Face off now to the left of the goaltender Lund, the junior. Nelson on the draw with Lundell. Blue Jackets control it. Buzzy gets a shot off from the right circle and another save, and she'll just hold on. Was the goaltender Lund. 14:54 to go. Still no score in this contest. Face-off controlled by the Lumberjacks. In behind the net was Elena. Elena now near the left corner. Still circle around, avoiding Kearney. Bender. Her pass off the skates of Lundell. Anderson back to pick it up. Sends it off the end wall. Down near the right corner. Rue ties it up. Trying to dig a loose is Lundell as well. Comes out to the half wall. Pushed out by Kearney. Kearney picks it up at center. She'll send it deep as the Blue Jackets will do a line change here with 14:18 to go. Hibbing Chisholm nothing. Cloquet Esko Carlton nothing. Unable to hold the zone at the left point was Rue, but then she regains control and sends it back deep. In behind the net. Back out to Rue at the left point. Left wing half wall. It's Haben. Haben double team. Rue picks up the puck. Rue. Left circle. Blocker save Lund. At the right wing half wall. Maddie Rewerts battles for that loose puck. Coming away with it, Julia Girardi into the right corner. She'll stop, turn around. Her pass is going to be intercepted. Comes out near the right point. Rewerts sends it back down to the half wall. Now Rewerts turns around and sends it deep again and fired down the ice, icing on Cloquet with 13:25 to go. Still no score between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Face-off is going to be to the left of Lund. Nelson gets tossed. Bender's going to come in and take the draw against Lundell. Tied up in the circle. Nelson comes away with the puck. Nelson spins. Nelson works it up on the left wing. Unable to clear. Rewerts kept it alive. Pops out to neutral. But quickly the Blue Jackets gather it back in. It's Lundell. Lundell had it poked off her stick. Rue keeps it alive. Left point comes in. Slap shot. That sails high and wide. At the right wing half wall. Anderson goes in to Nelson along the end wall and behind the Lumberjack net. Left wing pass to Bender. Tried to get it to DeLeon. Hits her skates. Down goes Kearney. People want a call on the trip. None coming. Jumped in by Anderson. Line change coming up for Cloquet Esko Carlton. We got 12 and a half to go. Chip down the ice. It's going to be an icing. That pass was too far in front of Kearney to even do anything with it. So an icing on the Blue Jackets. You got 12:27 to go in the game. You got no score. Shots on goal favor the Lumberjacks, 19-14. Face off to the left of Edstrom, comes to the right wing half wall. Out near the right point, that shot sails wide off the stick of Stewart. At the left wing half wall in the Blue Jacket zone, Girardi comes away with it. Here's Maria Girardi. Off her skates, rolls all the way to the Lumberjack blue line. They'll send it quickly back out to center to Petal. Petal handed it off to Cloquet. Cloquet finally tried to get it across, and it deflects off a Blue Jacket player. I believe it was Anderson, and back out to center. Dumped deep by Elena. Into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone, it's Anderson taking a poke at it. Gets it up to Julia Girardi, to Maria Girardi. And back to Julia Girardi, and she'll send a deep line change coming up for the Blue Jackets with 11:40 to go. Still no score in this contest between Hibbing Chisholm, currently ranked 12th in Class A, and 13th ranked Cloquet Esko Carlton. Playing catch along the end wall are a couple Lumberjacks. They get it up to the left wing half wall. Comes out near the left point, sent to the half wall by Courtney Anderson of the Blue Jackets. Coming away with it's Haven. Haven had it poked off her stick. Back into the left corner it goes. Nice poke check by Elena. Shot from the left circle by Kearney. Sails wide. Cleared down the ice by the Lumberjacks. There'll be another icing coming up, and there is with 11:04 to go. 11:04 to go, still no score. Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Blue Jacket girls will be off until next Tuesday when they host the... I take it back. They're actually, next Tuesday when they're home against Grand Rapids Greenway. So they'll get a much-needed little break after Game 11 tonight. At center with the puck are the Lumberjacks. It's DeLeon. Pushes it into the Blue Jackets zone. Trying to dig it loose is Nelson. Nelson comes away with it. Nelson left circle. Shot, goal! Somehow it got by on the right side of Edstrom. And Nelson picks up her 7th goal of the year. And just like that, Cloquet Esko Carlton's on top. This will come at 6:24. Somehow that got through and got right by the right arm of the goaltender Edstrom. Get our official scoring coming up here momentarily. So Anderson's the only assist on that goal. But for Nelson, like I said, that's her 7th of the year now. And that gives the Lumberjacks the 1-0 lead with 10:05 now to go in our contest. At center ice, play continues. Flip down into the Blue Jacket zone for an icing on the Lumberjacks as they were the wrong side of center. Shots on goal, 20-15 in favor of Cloquet Esko Carlton. Face off now to the right of the goaltender Lund. Backhand put on, getting a whack at it was Lundell. Kind of dropped right at her feet, but she didn't get much on it. Here's Lundell with it. Lundell rolls off her stick. They'll set it up to Rewerts. And Rewerts kept it alive. Her shot from the left point, directed into the left corner by the goaltender Lund. 9.5 to go. Here's Buzzy flying. Backhand, save, puck loose. Bounces away almost near the right corner. Unable to hold the zone was Rue. She's back to center before she flips it back into the Lumberjack end. Out to center with the puck. It was Stewart. And another icing coming up on Cloquet with 9:09 to go. 9:09 to go. 1-0. Cloquet Esko Carlton with the lead. Face off now to the left of the goaltender Lund. Maria Girardi on the draw with Nelson, controlled by the Lumberjacks. Bender banked off the left wing wall. It's going to roll all the way back down into the Blue Jacket zone for another icing with 8:59 to go. Face-off's going to be to the left of Lund. And it'll be Girardi and Nelson on the draw once again. Tied up in the circle, comes back out to Rework. She'll send it deep from the right point. In behind the net. Now from the right corner, the Lumberjacks. They'll get it up to Bender near the right point, taken away by Rewords. Cleared to the Blue Jacket blue line, and Rue clears it away. Back into the Lumberjacks zone, turned over. Julia Girardi, a shot. A wrister from the left circle and a blocker saved by Lund. 8.5 to go. 1-0. Lumberjacks. Working down the right wing is Nelson. Nelson centering pass knocked away by Rewords. She had Bender breaking down the backside. Into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone, it's Nelson sending behind the net to Bender in front, and DeLeon couldn't pull the trigger. Sent deep by Zadebski. Back out to the right point. Shot sails wide off a wrister by Stewart. Loose puck. Jones in behind the Blue Jacket net. Centering pass right in front. Tried to work it over to Martin. She couldn't pull the trigger. Cleared down the ice off the right wing wall by the Blue Jackets. No icing. Line change coming up with 7:45 to go. Cloquet holding on to a 1-0 lead on a Nelson goal here in the third period. At the the left circle. Cleared out to center. Flatten sends it back deep into the Lumberjack zone. Just under 7.5 to go. It's a 1-0 lead. Centering pass right out front. Cleared away. Left circle. Shot put on by Anderson. Hits traffic. And Lundell comes away with it. She'll cycle it in behind the net to Buzzy. Buzzy avoids the check of Elena. Comes out to the right point. Flat and wrist shot. Hits traffic in front. And it's cleared out to neutral ice. Poked off the stick of DeLeon. She'll gather it in at her own blue line. Gets it to Nelson on the right wing pass. Over on the left wing, sets it up for Elena. Elena sets it up for Bender. Bender left circle. Bender comes in. Shot sails just wide. 6:50 to go. 1-0. Left circle. Bender a shot and a blocker saved by Edstrom. Boy, did Abby slide over to the right quickly. That still maintains a 1-0 lead for Cloquet. They put a little pressure on at center, bringing it across the blue line, but instantly separated from the puck with Julia Girardi. It's going to be dumped in the left corner of the Blue Jacket zone. 6:20 to go. Long pass to center, unable to connect. Lumberjacks gathered in at their own blue line. No, Julia Girardi comes away with it. Her shot from the left wing half wall. Directed in behind the net by Lund with 6:05 to go. It's a 1-0 lead for Cloquet Esko Carlton. Comes out near the left point. Here's Petal. Her pass hits a skate. Grabbed by Buzzy. Buzzy, top of the right circle. Double teamed, had it taken away. It's in the skates of Lundell. She doesn't know where it is. Now Buzzy with the puck. Here's Buzzy. He's going to leave it for Rue out near the blue line. Rue. A shot deflected into the left corner by Lundell. By Lund, another save. 5:35 to go. Blue Jackets unable to mount much at the moment. Need to ramp it up here a little bit as time's becoming a factor here with 5:24 and counting. Nelson, centering pass, that's knocked away, comes out near the right point. Sent deep to Nelson along the end wall in the Blue Jacket zone. Battling with rewards. Nelson goes down. Bender with the puck. Back out to the blue line. Sets it up for Stewart. Wrist shot. Goes in. Save. No rebound. Frozen by the goaltender Edstrom. 5:05 to go. 1-0 in favor of Cloquet Esko Carlton. Shots on goal 21-19 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Face off to the left of Edstrom. Anderson has it. Sends it around to Platten. Platten to Haben. Comes out to the left point. Shot blocked and a slapper from, that would have been Elena. Cleared around Platten from the own left corner for the Blue Jackets. To Haben. Haben, again, can't get it by Elena at the left point. Platten works it over to Julia Girardi. Poked off her stick by Stewart. Sent deep, knocked off the stick of Anderson. Weak centering pass by Jones, cleared away by Edstrom. Courtney Anderson can't clear. Shot sails wide from the right point off the wrister of Stewart. But there's 4:20 and counting to go in the game now. Nelson's only goal here in this contest is giving Cloquet 1-0 lead. Haben can't clear the zone. Bender kept it alive, sends it deep. There's Platten, fires it down the ice. Icing coming up on the Blue Jackets. Under 4 to go at 3:58 to be exact. And it's a 1-0 lead in favor of Cloquet Esko Carlton. Cleared down the ice, back to get it. Backing it out to center was Anderson for the Lumberjacks. Slap shot by Nelson from the blue line on the right side. Easy save by Edstrom. Into the left corner with the puck. Now in behind the Blue Jacket net. Bender sends it back to Nelson in the left corner. Back to Bender behind the net. Bender throws it through the crease. And coming away with it's Buzzy, who just flips it down the ice. And that one's going to roll. And it'll be gathered in by Anderson with 3:23 to go. It's a 1-0 Cloquet Esko Carlton lead, sent deep from the left point by Maria Girardi. Into the right corner, Zadebski puts it in behind the net to Jones. Turned over. Maria Girardi had it, rolled off her stick into the right wing half wall area of the Lumberjack zone. And they'll flip it down the ice. Giving chase, going to be Anderson. Anderson with the puck. Tied up out near the left point. Wrist shot gets through traffic but sails wide off the stick of Elena from the left point. Blue Jackets now with 2:45 to go. Had it at center. Comes to Anderson. Her long pass to Haben. Couldn't connect. And we get an icing coming up with 2:38 to go. Face-off will be down to the right of the goaltender, Abby Edstrom. Shots on goal, 22-19 in favor of the Lumberjacks. They lead this 1-0. Face-off controlled by the Blue Jackets. Reworks to Carney. Carney tried to hit Buzzy on a breakaway. Loose puck, Lundell. And it gets in on net off a stick of Buzzy with an easy save by Lund with 2:20 to go now. Into the right corner. With the puck is Elena. Taken away. Lundell tried to center it. Lundell has it along the end wall. Comes out to the right circle. It's cleared away. And then flipped down the ice into the Blue Jacket zone. Line change coming up Cloquet Esko Carlton. Rewards picks it up in her own left corner for the Blue Jackets. Tried to work it over. Bender poked it away. Now Rue has it near her own right wing half wall. She's tied up. Bender had it. Now Rue comes away with it. But again, that chewed up some clock. 1:45 to go in the game. Left wing pass to Carney. Carney gets it over to Haben. Haven's shot deflected and blocked and kind of just trickles in on the junior goaltender, Elise Lund. She just reaches down and freezes it. We got 1:36 to go. And it's a 1-0 lead for Cloquet Esko Carlton. Over there watching the bench, and now finally I believe the Blue Jackets will use that timeout. And they finally do call the timeout with 1:36 to go. At some point, we're going to see the goaltender be pulled as well, I'm sure, for the sixth attacker. But the Blue Jackets trail on the Nelson goal, her 7th of the year. That came at 6:24 of the third period. Anderson, the lone assist on that. Hard to believe this is game 11 already for the Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets will have 3 more games actually before the Christmas break. Next Tuesday they're at home against Grand Rapids, and Thursday they head to Moose Lake. And then a week after Thursday on the 21st, they'll be at home against Duluth. Be interesting to see what kind of strategy the Blue Jackets use. They may pull the goalie already because the faceoff is down in the Cloquet zone to the left of the goaltender Lund. And they're not going to. They're going to send Edstrom back out. And she's going to be out near the blue line because if we control that faceoff, she'll head to the bench. 1:36 to go. Face-off to the left of the goaltender Lund. On the draw, it's going to be Buzzy and Martin. And that was Nelson, excuse me. And it's still not controlled by really anybody. Now the Blue Jackets have it, and here goes the goaltender. 6th attacker coming on for the Blue Jackets. And let's see what the Blue Jackets can do with 1:21 to go. Thrown on net by Buzzy and a save by Lund. And it's in the net, flipped up by Buzzy with the 6th attacker with 1:14 to go. Buzzy ties it up. Just kind of flipped it towards the net, and it flipped up over the goaltender. .15:46 is the time of the goal. And Buzzy picks up her 11th. That was on a 6-on-5. And it's knocked in on Edstrom, and she'll just reach down and freeze it. We're 1:07 from an extra session. Unassisted. And now the face-off to the right of Edstrom comes out to the blue line. A shot and a save. Getting the shot off and taking a shot was Elena. Again, face-off to the right of Edstrom. And we're under a minute. And at center, it's Buzzy. A centering pass, and it's broken up by Bender. Bender to Nelson. Nelson had to poke off her stick at center ice. Nelson regains control. Sets it up to Stewart. Stewart sends it in. Directed with the stick of Edstrom into the right corner of the Blue Jackets zone with 39 seconds to go in regulation. Centering pass cleared away by Rewerts. Haven can't get by Nelson out near the left wing half wall in the Blue Jackets zone. Rewerts with the puck to Carney. Here's Carney, stick handles the center with 23 seconds to go. Throws it in on net, and Lund just sends that over near the right wing half wall. Sent deep with 14 seconds around the end wall. Back into the left corner with the puck is Stewart. And it looks like Cloquet is going to play for overtime. This will be the 3rd overtime and 2nd in a row for the Blue Jackets. 2nd overtime of the year coming up for Cloquet. And we're going to overtime. Shots now all knotted up at 23 apiece. So the Blue Jackets get 12 in that 3rd period. Eight in that period for Cloquet Esko Carlton. So 11 saves in that third period for Lund for a 3-period total of 22. 7 saves.
Saves in the third period for Lund with the Lumberjacks, 11, with a regulation total of 22. Saves in the third period for Esko of the Blue Jackets, 7, with a regulation total of 21.
7 saves in that third period by Edstrom. I was doing my math listening to Dan talk at the same time. I have 3-period total of saves, 22 as well for Edstrom. So we head to overtime, second game in a row for the Blue Jackets. Last Tuesday, it was a 4-4 overtime matchup. Ended up in a tie against the Falls. Earlier in the year, they did get the victory over Orono in overtime. Meanwhile, the only other overtime for Cloquet Esko Carlton was their tie 1-1 with Moose Lake. Blue Jackets' third game of the season was down in Orono, and they got the 3-2 victory in overtime. Well, this sets it up for a very interesting, I would think, overtime period. As Buzzy was able to just kind of flip it up over Lund, kind of fluttered and dropped in the back of the net. For Buzzy, that was her 11th of the year. Kicking off that scoring in the third period at the 6:24 mark was Nelson picking up her 7th. Anderson got the lone assist on that. That's where we stand as we head into overtime. Again, still no scores being reported for any of these boys' games. Duluth East at Bemidji, nor is there Denfeld at Cloquet and Ashland at North Shore. And here we go. They'll switch sides. Blue Jackets will be moving left to right. Got an 8-minute overtime coming up. On the draw, it's going to be Lundell and Nelson. Both starting lines are out there. For the Blue Jackets, it's going to be Lundell, Carney, and Buzzy up front, with Rue and Rewerts back on D. Dumped into the Blue Jacket zone. That's Nelson centering DeLeon and Bender back on D. It's Stewart and Elena. Pushed to the blue line. They'll work it up to Bender. Bender to Nelson. Nelson across the blue line tries to split to D. Rolls off her stick. Comes all the way out to the left point. And a wrist shot blocked in front. Puck loose. Bounces around. Getting a piece of it was DeLeon. And reaching out to freeze it was the goaltender, Edstrom. Blue Jackets will switch up their line. Cloquet is going to keep theirs out there. Maria Girardi will take the draw against Nelson. Wrist shot just wide. Off the face-off from the right circle. Bender got it through there, but it went just wide. At the half wall on the left side in the Blue Jacket zone with 7:14 to go. Shot put on net and deflected up and out of play. Wrist shot coming from Sadebski. Face-off will be to the right of Edstrom. Tied up in the circle. Comes out near the left point. Elena just sends it deep. Into the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Rue's there. Works it up. Comes out to the right point. Taking a whack at it was Stewart. Now it ends up in the right corner of the Blue Jacket zone. Right wing half wall. Martin's there. Trying to dig it loose. And coming away with it's Lundell. Lundell to Buzzy at center. Here's Buzzy. Comes across. Shot saved by Lund. Kicked into the right corner. Comes out near the left point. Sent deep by Rue. And Buzzy unable to dig it loose. Passes behind Lorenz. It's going to roll all the way into the Blue Jacket zone. Picked up in the left circle by Rewerts. Rewerts a long pass to center to Haven. Haven falls down, gets back up, right circle. Shot put on, Lund save. Loose puck, left circle. And quickly down the other way, Nelson pushes it in on net. And diving way out in between the circles to make the save is Edstrom. 6:09 to go in overtime. Face off to the left of the goaltender, Edstrom. Tied up in the circle. Blue Jackets come away with it. Haven tried to get it to Julia Girardi. Couldn't do it. Flip back into the Blue Jacket zone. Long pass. Haven couldn't control it. Bounced over her stick. Cleared back out to center. Knocked off the stick of Cloquet. Maria Girardi at center. Maria Girardi across on the right wing. Maria Girardi battles into the right corner with Zadevsky. And again, they'll go at it, but the loose puck's going to be gathered in by Anderson. She'll send it around, and it's cleared down the ice, this time by Petal. Loose puck picked up by Cloquet. Cloquet's shot is blocked by Flatten. 5:20 to go in overtime. We're tied at 1 between Hibbing Chisholm and Cloquet Esko Carlton. Here's Lundell, right lane half wall. Her pass way high on the left side. Now in behind the net is Buzzy. Buzzy into the right corner. Buzzy back out to the blue line to Courtney Anderson. And unable to hold the zone, and it's icing. A little bit of a bounce to it, and Courtney couldn't hold her own. 5:01 to go. Flipped out the center. Here's Bender with the puck. Bender banked off the left wing wall. Bender off the left wing half wall. Her shot, blocker save. And the loose puck's gathered in by Rewerts in the left corner. Tried to work it up, and Nelson pushes it back deep. Lundell battles with DeLeon along the end wall. Nelson comes away with it, spins around, avoids a check. Back to DeLeon behind the net. It'll come back out to the point, and a shot put on. Got through traffic on a wrister from Elena from the left point. A save by Edstrom. Right point wrist shot. Knocked down into the right circle by the Blue Jackets with 4:20 to go. In overtime, tied at 1. Sent deep by Buzzy. Blue Jackets will do a line change with 4:10 to go in this contest. Into the right corner, digging it loose. Julia Girardi unable to control the rolling puck. And it'll be sent back the other way by Martin into the right corner. Here's Maria Girardi. Battles for the loose puck along the right wing wall. Pushes it deeper. Stewart tied up along the end wall. 3:45 to go in the contest. Tied 1-1 here in overtime. Bounces out to the Blue Jacket blue line. Here's Haven. Haven cuts across. Haven with the shot and a blocker saved by Lund. Haven's had some nice looks here later in this contest. Boy, it's been really tough to get it by the junior goaltender. Intercepted and carried across. Nice defensive work by Rue. As unable to pull the trigger was Lorenz, thanks to the defensive work by Lillian. Up high with the puck, right circle, thrown on net, sails wide on the wrist shot by DeLeon. Sent all the way back deep. Blue Jackets battling in behind their own net. It's Rue. Haven picks it up at the half wall. Her pass out to center jumps off the stick of Carney. And back come the other way. It's Bender. Bender with the puck. Tries to split the D. Poked away. 2:45 to go in this overtime period. Tied at 1 between Hibbing, Chisholm, and Cloquet. Out the center is Carney. Carney sends a deep line change. Blue Jackets. Gathered in by Anderson. Long pass to Bender at her own blue line. Sets it up to Nelson at the Blue Jacket blue line. Here's Nelson. Spins around. Left wing half wall. And turns it over. And now Buzzy to center ice. Buzzy with the puck. Tries to get by DeLeon and can't. But Buzzy maintains control. Gets it out near the blue line. And it's intercepted by Bender. Flipped out to center. Nelson tied up by Girardi and puck sent deep by Flatten with 2:05 to go. at the right wing half wall. Now out near the right point, Platten tried to work it out. Now they get it to center to Nelson. Nelson's got some help. Nelson sends it over. High slot shot, goal! Put up under the crossbar by, I want to see, that was De Leon, but it's an overtime winner. At 6:10 of the overtime mark. And Cloquet Esko Carlton's going to get the 2-1 victory. I want to say it was De Leon on the goal. We're going to find out in a moment. But De Zebski got the other one. So for De Leon, she gets the game-winning goal. It's her 4th of the year. And the Blue Jackets now fall to 5-5-1 with this overtime loss to Cloquet Esko Carlton by a score of 2-1. Blue Jackets had some opportunities. They just couldn't get it by junior goaltender Elise Lund at least more than once here tonight. And so with the victory, Cloquet now improves to 1 game over 500 basically at 4-3-1. The Blue Jackets now 5-5-1. Our post-game show is next. You're listening to Blue Jacket Hockey, and it's right here on 106.3 WMFG.